Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I'm very, very pleased to introduce to you Joe and Linda. Uh, Joe is in the top right-hand corner or the left-hand corner, and Linda's in the middle. So yes, we have had some technical difficulties this morning. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're here to talk about their course that they're going to be holding later on in May. And yes, ladies, if you'd like to go ahead, Linda, Joe, I don't know who would like to go first.
Linda, please, you can go ahead.
Lynn, first of all, Joe and I would just like to say thank you so much for having us on your show. It's really a privilege, and we've got to know you a little bit over the last week, and it's really been great connecting with you, and you're doing beautiful things, and we just love your happy, beautiful, positive person that you are. So thank you for being you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
And so the Awaken Your Heart Song workshop is really, it's something Joe and I are passionate about. And I'm a life coach and Joe is a musician, but she also loves helping people working through things in their life. And she's done also a lot of courses on that to be able to do that. So together we've put our connectedness and we've come up with this Awaken Your Heart Song workshop, which really the whole purpose of it is to connect people to their hearts again, because so much of the time we spend in our minds, and with the world as it is today, there's so much going on and there's so much negativity and so much to make us go into spaces of anxiety and stress, and whether it's financial, whether it's health, whether it's travel, whether it's whatever it is, there's so much happening. And so just to connect to our heart space and to connect to our essence and our truth is so important. And so the essence of this workshop is, it's a very practical workshop. So people who are on the workshop are really participating. They're doing activities. They are involved. It's not just listening to Joe and I talking or playing music. There is the element of listening to sound and music and silence, but it's all about them and it's about their journey. And this is what excites us, because all the processes on the workshop, Joe and I have been through ourselves. And so we know the feeling state it can allow one to get to. And so that is really what our intention is with this workshop, is to really allow people a safe space to connect to their hearts and bring all the aspects of their being into one: their mind, their heart, spirit, soul, everything, the physical, the spirit connected. And that's really what they're going to experience in this workshop. And Joe has done, she's my angel. She's our little gift from heaven who plays the violin and the piano and just sparks joy whenever she touches an instrument. And she has created a beautiful track which we are going to let people listen to in our workshop. And we don't want to give too much away now, because it really is a surprise element, and we want to let people experience in their bodies what they feel when they listen to this beautiful, most amazing track. I'm not going to tell you the name of the track because it's a surprise. And yeah, so Joe is just, she's one of the most amazing people. When I first met her, she actually taught my daughter to play the piano. And when I first met her, I could just feel this amazing spark of light within her. It was just, and I just felt this, oh gosh, this woman there's something about this woman. And so she brings a beautiful, beautiful, her own essence, her own light, and I think together we've really just come together so in unity and just complement each other in this way. And I think, Joe, I don't play musical instruments, although I dabbled the other day. But I'm not Joe and Joe's not me. But together we really create a really dynamic team. And Joe's, I mean, her her music and the way she creates is just from such a soul space. And people on our workshop will get to experience this. They will actually get to connect with that essence of her, and together, and my essence and her essence, unite to create something really magical. And so we want to share with people. It's Joe and I, it's not like we've arrived and we know it all. We're learning every day. and so we're learning on this workshop with people. And that's what's so beautiful about it. It's all a journey. And we just want to open our arms and our hearts and hold everybody's hand. They're holding our hands, we're holding their hands on this journey on Awaken Your Heart Song. And I'd just like to ask Joe to say a few words. I know Joe's been very busy the last few days, so she's been quite exhausted with gigs and producing videos and all kinds of things. So thank you, Joe. If you could just add a few words about our workshop.
Yes. I just also want to personally say thanks, Lynn, for having us here.
And well, I didn't give you much choice, did I?
No.
I named you. Straight after Chris White's stream, I was replaying. Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but I was replaying the intro to Chris's video to get your contact details. Must have done it about 20 times.
What you thought would happen.
Sorry,
what happened with Chris. Before I go, tell everybody what happened with Chris when you went on the channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
it's really funny.
Yes, well, I didn't. You see, because Chris had been banned off YouTube. Okay, I didn't realize. I just by chance went onto his channel to see if there was anything new, and you guys were on, and I'm listening. I was listening to you guys, and I was like, Chris,
what happened?
You see, because I didn't realize the connection between you and sorry, I've forgotten his name. No. Yes, I didn't realize there was the connection between you and Trevor. So, but I recognized you from Joe Emilia's stream last year. So I was like, yes, he's found it. He's found it, because I haven't seen you anywhere else. And I'm like, and I just sat watching you guys talk, and I was just blown away. And I was very, very surprised that Chris actually had you on, because I mean, you talked about a rock, Linda, if you remember, and you have it in your bedroom or whatever the case was, and he was like, now what are you going to do with that rock? If you remember.
My crystal, yes.
Yeah. So I was just so chuffed. I believe in synchronicity, and I do believe in things happening for a reason, and it was by chance that he was actually streaming you guys on his channel. So I'm just so grateful, because you're so wonderful. Both of you are just so awesome, and I'm just so chuffed that I've been able to connect with you both. But that's why I say, I was like replaying the intro to get your contact details so I could message you. Hi, I want to talk to you. I was like a beach ball, doing, because I was so excited. Anyway, I think that's enough about that, Joe.
It's very funny to see Chris talking about unicorns.
I was like, he joked. He said he joked. He said, no, maybe, he must move away from the political side and just focus on rainbows and unicorns. So when you guys started talking about unicorns, we're going,
And literally sent him an email saying, since you were back again, why don't we talk about fluffy things and unicorns?
Look, you know what? I think Chris is a closet unicorn.
Yes, he is. And his favorite color, ladies, his favorite color is purple. So yes. What does that tell you?
He gives himself away.
And it happened really quickly. And it was so nice of him to have us on his channel.
Yes.
So if Chris is listening or going to listen, thank you very much. It's really been an honor. It was a big moment, I think, for all of us, for both of us.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you,
Anyway,
Chris.
so
It was pushing us out our comfort zone.
which
And
I'm
to be 20% out of your comfort zone every day is how you grow. And I think we were like 100% out of our comfort zone, Joe. So we really, so Chris facilitated growth within us. So thank you, Chris. And thank you, Lynn, today for also facilitating growth within us. So
having to get up really early after all these weeks of not having a day off or everything. So
But
just
you're
to
looking gorgeous, Joe. Don't worry, you're looking absolutely
you're looking
gorgeous, as
amazing.
always. As always.
thank you. So yeah, so apologies also for my voice, but it's been a lot of talking about comfort zone. I mean, the awards was just, I missed it completely that they called me. I didn't even see the monitor. I'm hiding at the back behind my hat. And Jean had to, they all, even his father, all my fans, everybody that we were sitting with at the table at the back was saying, you need to go up, you need to go up. I'm like, mm-mm. That's not me. And I'm full attitude, like, this is not my comfort zone. John took me around the arm like this. He's like dragging me off the stage. Quickly, I barely made it. Quickly went backstage. Said next time he's going to throw me over his shoulder and put me down like Moana, like a statue. And I was out of my comfort zone, and wonderful things are happening from it. So,
but Joe, share with Lynn what award you got.
oh, it's the Afro Indie. It's an independent music awards. It's like the Oscars of South Africa. It's the first one that
Oh,
happened.
wow.
And really,
That's
really did
awesome.
a wonderful job to put this together. It was one huge event, and it meant a lot to a lot of people. It was really
Well,
serious for me.
they're trying, hey? But
I didn't
I'm just so
expect I'm going
chuffed.
to be
That's
honored.
awesome.
I really didn't expect to even have an album, but it's because of Joe Emilio's show. And everybody's
Yes.
going like, where's your solo stuff? Where's your stuff? I'm like, oops, I'm going to have to do something about this. Quickly record one, like under 10 hours, put it out there. And it's amazing what's been happening. Now it's on a roll. So just to come back to this course as well, or the workshop, is that with my song, so the first one is out, there will be 7 singles. Second one is not halfway there yet. The inspiration, like Trevor says, you want to do something and then it's just not coming. And then eventually, whack, it just happens. And that's what happened with this other track. Just got into a zone, internalized, and I finished it in one night, which is awesome. So 7 days, 7 tracks for the week to go within yourself and search and bring it out and, all those things. It is weird. There's no genre to it. It's also not meditational music. It's just something that was in my head.
Well, that's awesome, Joe. Because as I said earlier, I saw you on Joe Emilio's stream, and as soon as you touched the keyboard, I was like, I can't explain it. There's just something so special about your music that touches me in my heart. So, wow, I'm just so chuffed that I shouldn't use that word. I'm just so happy that you have been nominated and you've got an award, because you deserve it. You really, really deserve it. And I'm just so glad that I can celebrate your success with you. I'm just so grateful.
Don't cry again.
Don't cry. Don't cry. This isn't a stream for you to cry on, but you can if you want to.
Happy tears.
Yes, but it's just so I'm getting all goosey now. I'm just so pleased that you've been acknowledged, because in this business it takes a long time to get recognized and given an award, and I'm just so happy for you. We celebrate your success.
Absolutely.
And it's because of everybody else that I've gotten this far. Um, I mean, Harry had Sean Harris, the company sponsored it, the album, the print, the distro kit, licensing, all that stuff. They've sponsored my outfit for the week. They've been taking me out the whole week. There's Jax that's been just sending me money, like
That's
donations. And
awesome.
it comes at a time where you need to go somewhere or you need to go to a gig and you look at your picture and you go, because it's a difficult time for all musicians, especially for specialized musicians like me, playing the violin. Um, so, and I've really gone out of my comfort zone the last couple of weeks. I've played with a DJ.
But Joe, it's awesome.
Taking me out of my comfort zone. I was like shaking like this. I'm like, where's a shot of
Just
Jägermeister or something? Because I need to stop shaking. I can't breathe. I was so out of my comfort zone because I don't know what's
but
going to happen. I don't know what
but
he's
you
going to
see,
play. I don't know
but
there's no rehearsals for these things.
okay, so I'm just going to interrupt you there because I need to just acknowledge some people in the chat. Um, Eric is here. Uh,
Hi,
uh,
Eric. Hi.
Lazalis is here, and so is Sloth Puppy. And Sloth, I'm going to show you the
Oh,
so you can see
cute.
it. You can see
Beautiful.
what he's saying about you both, and I agree with him totally. Um, but what I was going to say to you, isn't it wonderful that you've actually got people around you who love and support you for who you are, not the artist, not the celebrity,
Yes.
that they're actually there for
Yeah,
you. Um,
absolutely.
and that is one of huge blessings that you can actually have, because a lot of artists, as you know, fall off the bandwagon and get onto drugs and so I'm just so glad. It was lovely to meet your friend yesterday. I'm just so happy that you've got such lovely people around you, and
Yeah,
you've
no,
got and you've got
I'm
Linda and I to hold you by the foot and say, come back, come back, come back.
talking about Linda. I'll
Sorry.
do a special stream sometime now. I'm organizing where I can at least acknowledge everybody that um, has carried me so far and done
Oh,
so
that's
much for me.
awesome.
But Linda, thank you as well. And it was, she invited me. I'm like, I need to quickly go to school because she lives around the corner from where I teach, which I haven't been to for a long time because there's no students anymore
Yes.
for me. I've got only 3 left online with COVID, but inviting me for a coffee and said, just come and fetch some oils, just to uplift you a bit through this time.
Mm,
And we just connected, and that's how it started to come
mm,
to this
mm.
point. And then you and everybody's just so like-minded, so great, and we're all super crazy in a good way, and weird and wonderful. And we're not in boxes and trying to be
No.
fitting into something. We can all be ourselves and
Mm.
be wacky, and we all non-judgmental. Uh, and that's another thing I just want to tell everybody. Even I know the course is in the evening. We do it that way, or the workshop, so that because most people work during the day. Even if you sit there in your pajamas, which might happen in the week, even with us sitting there
Absolutely.
going, okay, let's do this
I
because it's
promise I'm not
amazing.
in my pajamas. I'm
I
not
was
in my
almost there this morning. I was like this. I'm like, you need to do. I almost forgot yesterday's thing was thanks, Lynn. I didn't even know what day it was. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, right? I didn't put it in my calendar. But literally this morning, I was like in my pajamas coming to the city. I don't care as long as I'm here. As long as I show up, that's okay.
Yes, well done.
That's what it's
I'm so
about.
proud of you, Joe.
Linda, and for this opportunity as well. And we're just gonna do it. And for
Yeah,
everything that you do for me, there's too much to mention.
I just think it's lovely that you actually both have linked up with specifically with Linda's daughter playing the piano. Um,
yes.
I remember when I think I must have been about 8 or 9. I was just not interested. Hey, not interested. I was bored. I don't know whether you relate, Linda, but I just found it very boring. It wasn't something that I was into. I was more into horses and being out
Yes.
in the bush and not sitting behind a piano going ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I would love to have learned how to do it properly. I mean, I can play chopsticks and edelweiss and all those things, but
Yeah.
I mean, the no, I don't, but I would love to. I mean, it's one of my long-term goals is to learn how to play the piano.
Yes, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I'll tell the little story, Joe, my little story. So the other day, my daughter was practicing. She's got a keyboard piano. She was practicing Happy Birthday because it's my son's 18th birthday coming up. So she said, Mom, I'm going to play this song for him. And so she was practicing and it sounded good. And she was just, perfecting it. And then she said, oh, come on, you sit down and play something. I said, oh, but I can't play, Isabella. Anyway, I sat down and I'll say this, but it was like I was channeling Joe. And I sat down and I put both hands on the, and suddenly I was just playing. And she was saying, Mom, that doesn't sound too bad. And I said, oh, yeah, well, what's happening here? So you know what, it wasn't, I'm not a Joe and I can't, but you know what, I was just dabbling and it actually brought a smile to my soul just by me creating some sounds on a keyboard. I'm not going to be a concert pianist. I'm not going to ever become a Joe. And that's not in my goals. But there I was at this keyboard, both hands, Nochal, hey? Not one hand, both hands.
Well done, Linda.
And so that's how simple it can be. We're not all going to be Joes and Metallicas and whoever else is out there. But you know what? We can create our own song, our own music, and that's just this is literally the music, but and there
Yes.
are other ways we can create our own song. So, Lynn, what you love talking to people and you love connecting with people, and that's your gift in life, And if you learn to play the piano, that will bring some more joy to your soul. But what is your if you have to look at yourself, what is your gift to life?
I think just shining a light and um as I said to you guys during the week, it's very hard to turn the button off. I can't stop caring. And it makes it very hard to try and understand what's actually going on around us in the world today. So yeah, so that's what I'm wanting to do is just shine a light and
Beautiful.
let people come to a space where they enjoy and see and hear positive things, not necessarily politically based or anything like that. But just quickly, I just want to, Joe, can you see the message from
Yeah,
Los Solis?
that's beautiful.
Moonlight Sonata, that's a beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful
beautiful.
music.
Unfortunately, my piano's in the room. My keyboard's here, but it's a small one. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Definitely.
So maybe
It's
we
not
can
so easy
entice.
to learn, by the way.
No,
But it's
maybe we can entice Los Solis to have some lessons from you.
yeah, but it will
How
take a
about
while.
that?
It says how long is it going to take? Well, look, if you're an adult, it does go quicker because you have better understanding of maths and
And
all kinds of stuff
appreciation.
like that, and
Yeah.
you can go from A to G because
Mm.
that's where it ends, and it's A to G, A to G, A to G. So that's okay, But it all depends on how much time you put in, but not just time. It's here.
Mm.
You
Mm.
can practice
Mm.
for 5 hours and not actually taking anything. But if you use your
Sounded like me when I was 7.
I used to practice using scales reading a book, apparently.
Okay,
But
No,
so
that's
Los Solis,
you can do that. But in the beginning, it's a
sorry,
difference.
but
Los
Joe,
Solis is
yes.
obviously
That's cool.
sending notes,
Oh,
well, chats to you, Joe, specifically. That's awesome, Los Solis. I mean, if you can play the guitar, I
beautiful.
mean, I'd love to hear that on a guitar. I don't think I've
There's
ever
a
heard it
guy
on a
called
guitar.
Malmsteen or something like that. He actually performs it with I think it's a Chinese symphony orchestra on the
Oh,
electric
wow.
guitar.
Beautiful.
looking like a rock star with his long hair on the electric guitar and with the orchestra. It's amazing.
Oh, sorry, I've done
He
the
does
wrong
play
thing.
rock stuff like that too, but that is just amazing work. But yeah, get back to that feeling of just being able to do something. That's why I teach my students. I'm a bit of a wacky teacher. I'm called the crazy piano teacher. Really, because I've got to
I'm gonna
answer them on
interrupt you there, Joe,
that.
because it's the wacky teachers that teach the most.
Yeah.
It's not the normal
Mm.
boring teaching. It is fun, it is interesting, and that's what everybody needs around them. I mean, my granddaughter started grade 1 this year. She's just so happy to be at school and the other kids. Okay, so I mean, it would be awesome. I mean, we could do a Zoom session, and you can. I don't have a. I've got a. Okay, so I've got a very old piano that my grandmother who would be over 100 years old, brought out from England.
Oh,
Uh,
beautiful.
so it's an antique, but look, we haven't maintained it. It's very bad. It needs a lot of work done to it. Um, but I know Kaylee absolutely loves music. So yes, do you understand when I say, when you see a child's excitement about something new, that's
Yeah.
what we need to feel in our lives when we wanting to do something different, when we wanting to learn something. So I agree with you. I like wacky teachers. So we resonate already.
I have, and that's
Sorry.
why I teach them to chords with the scales, how to work it out so they can help themselves. And I tell them, go and play around with it. Just let your being come out. And
Mm,
even, and this is what's so great about the workshop, I think with the music part of it, is that with Linda's stuff that she does and knows, which I don't all know, still learning all the time. But for everybody, just music moves everybody anyway. But to really focus on it, tap in for yourself, not just when we broke up with somebody or when we're ecstatically happy and or whatever, but to really use that motion of music to tap into how it makes you feel. Really
mm,
makes you feel when you hear a song.
mm,
Does something make you feel angry, frustrated? Does it make you feel lighter? Does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel, oh wow, that's like, you know,
mm.
it brings out some feeling in you that a good one that you didn't, that you've just discovered, or
Well,
and all of
that's the
that is
beauty of music. That's the
with what,
beauty of
yeah,
music. It resonates with all of us.
but also
Yeah.
in your body, and that's what
Yes.
Linda especially is going to
Mm.
focus on as well. Your water in your body. We all vibration
Mm,
in
mm,
spirit and body, and that together is just amazing if you just link it as much as you
Mm.
can with a bit of focus on that and see
mm.
what happens. And everybody's going to have a different experience and different
Obviously,
emotions. It's not
definitely. I
gonna,
mean, we all different. And yeah, Linda, you are absolutely awesome. Just with the
Oh,
interaction that I've had
thank
with you
you.
during the week. I mean, like this morning with the wobble with work. I mean, thanks. You were absolutely so loving and so supportive. Just breathe, Lynn.
Oh,
Just breathe.
and same to
Yes, I'm breathing.
you.
I'm breathing. But now I've got you guys on the screen, and I'm trying to reply to emails and no. But
oh,
but
To
yeah, no,
play
Linda,
music.
you.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Joe. What I'd love for you to do, please, and because I'm a Rhodesian.
mm,
Can you just share what you told me during the week about your friend immigrating overseas and how you actually helped her? Because I actually in the conversation we had,
mm,
I don't mind breaking confidentiality for me, but I'm just saying that there's always been this sense of not belonging. And
mm.
sorry, the kids are playing outside, and I've asked them not to. But anyway,
It's
um,
fine.
so as I was saying, so it's the sense of belonging. If you have to leave a country under very what's the word I'm looking for? horrific conditions, and some of us that are here online have done that. I mean, we were lucky. My dad wasn't a part of the military or the police, so we were able to do it safely and securely. Um, but I was already at school down here. But again, I've never had a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, if you wouldn't mind sharing that, because I do know that there are a lot of Rhodesians, there are a lot of expat South
Yes.
Africans. There are so many people who have
Yeah.
left Africa and don't have a sense of belonging.
Absolutely. And you know, this goes, it's even further than that. It goes to children who, you know, have come from broken families, or perhaps have been adopted, or, you know, have lost parents, a loss of loved ones, any loss of a country, all of that displaces our sense of belonging. And so what I did with my friend is we just did a little meditation process. But if there are any people who have had loss, or have had to leave a country under duress, or you know, because of certain circumstances, I'd like you just to place your right hand on your heart. Just place your right hand on your heart area. And in fact, everybody can do this, even if you haven't had loss. You can all just, and I just want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just center yourself to the movement of your heart. Just feel your heart beating. And just feel it might be beating fast, it might be beating slow. And just connect with your heart. So just breathe in and out. Just take slow breaths in and out and just connect with your heart. And now I want you to bring into your mind's eye your country, Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, whatever you call it, or whatever loss you've had. Just bring it into your mind's eye, that place that you long to be in, that person you long for. Just bring it into your mind's eye. And just connect with your heart and just see what comes up when you think, when you see that place in your mind's eye. And just go with whatever emotion comes up and thank that emotion. So you might feel anger. You might feel upset or sadness. Just thank that emotion. Thank it. Say, I thank you. I allow you. I love you. And just feel what happens in your body when you say this. And just feel if it moves around. Just keep focusing on it and thanking it. Just keep thanking it. And now look in your mind's eye as you are seeing or thinking or feeling about that place that you had to leave, Rhodesia. Just say from your heart, thank you, Rhodesia, for what you gave me. I had to leave you, and I didn't want to. But I thank you for what you gave me, because your gift will always be in my heart. And you will always be in my heart. And so while I cannot be living there right now, I know that you belong to me and I belong to you. And you are in my heart. And my heart is still there too. and just connect. And just feel gratitude emerging from your heart through your body for that country or that person or whatever it is that you are missing, and just feel the gratitude that no matter the distance, no matter where you are connected. And just feel the gratitude for all the memories of living in such a beautiful place. And allow the gratitude and the love from your heart to expand within your being, from your heart throughout your body. Feel it moving downwards through your legs, through your feet, down into the core of the earth, to the crystal essence of Mother Earth. And feel it moving all the way up from the earth, up again through your legs, through your abdomen, your heart again, your arms, and through your neck and your head, and out the top of your head into all that is. And feel this love and gratitude bursting from your heart out into all that is. Your whole being vibrating with gratitude and love, because you do belong. And Rhodesia will always be part of you, and it will always live in your heart. And just allow the gratitude to completely fill every cell in your body as you start to feel the vibration of gratitude and love for the gift of Rhodesia, or the gift of your loved one, whatever it is that you need to hold close to your heart. And just feel it emanating throughout your body and expanding. Feel the expansion of this gratitude and love through every cell in your body and extending out of you into the environment around you and into the universe. Feel it extending. If you are living in South Africa or Australia or wherever you're living, extending to that continent and beyond, extending right back to the roots of Rhodesia. And feel this. And as you hear those beautiful voices of children in the background, let it remind you of your inner child, of the joy. And as that cell phone rang, it was to remind us. It was to remind us of the music within and the music without. And that inner child needs to feel the gratitude and love. And so just connect with this for the rest of your day today. And slowly, I want you to open your eyes and be present again.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. I don't want to close out the whole time. Either I'm going to start crying too much, or I was going to fall asleep.
So that was just a very little, what one can do to just connect to something that you're longing for or missing. And you just place your hand on your heart and you think about it and you connect with all the beautiful memories and all the joy, because there's a gift in everything. Even having to leave Rhodesia, I know it sounds crazy, but there's a gift in that. Everything, the good and the bad in life, is a gift. Everything is a gift, because in some way it propels us forward. It keeps us moving and growing. And so in the time and in that moment, we can't see the gift. And perhaps there's a lot of anger, and perhaps there's resentment, and perhaps there's various emotions. And feelings that come up. And yet, in all of that, there is a gift. And all we need to do is go within, connect to our hearts, and we will find what that gift is. And so finding gifts is something that we're going to be doing on this workshop. We're going to be doing reflective work and really getting, we want people to connect to their hearts, and that's why it's Awaken Your Heart Song, because we want people to feel and connect with their essence, their truth, their purpose. And when we do that, because everything is within us, we're not going to get anything from without. It's all within us, just waiting for us to access. And so the more we sink into ourselves and our unconditional love, because all there is unconditional love. If we've experienced murders in our family, and if we've experienced horrific and situations and atrocities, in those experiences, and this sounds harsh, and I know perhaps it's going to jolt some people, but in all of those experiences, there is a gift.
Absolutely.
And it's a soul gift. It's not it's not a superficial gift. It's a deep gift. And for every person, the gift is different and the experience is different. But the more we acknowledge the gifts that life gives us along the way, the more we are able to tap into our unconditional love, and the more we are able to be in service to others, and the more we are able to experience inner peace. And so just be mindful today of how you're feeling. And it's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to feel angry. That's okay. That's
deny, like I have. Sorry, Linda, to say,
yes,
but denial
please.
was a huge thing. And I never wanted to do stuff like this. Today, I'm denying it a bit because I'm just exhausted. I can only take off later, and then I'm going to do my gratitude and tapping in for like a day where I take off. But denial is a huge thing, I think, for a lot of people. And I was kicking against it. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. And I got stuck with Mark J on the first course. Because although it's a grow 90, grow in a small business orientated in a way, it's completely personal, going within yourself. And it took me a year to go on the Master Key experience for 6 months. And even then, when I did that, there are moments that I just went, not doing that. And then when you do it, it is just amazing what happens. And it's a continuous thing every day. I mean, in different situations, like me not wanting to go onto stage and being complete denial. But once you give into that and actually just start doing stuff, it just moves and internalizing. And that's why I found that self-investing or servicing more people the way that I care about people than I could ever do before. Because if I don't self-invest in myself and do these things, I can't service other people the way that I'm meant to be and that I want to. So, yeah, just wanted to quickly share that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
I'm getting stuck. Remember, Linda? Sorry.
Yeah.
That we were going through this the other day, and we didn't actually speak for a week because she didn't have signal. And we both sitting there in the morning, we're like, something is not right. It's amazing how we connected. And we both went through this motion, and it was so surprising. We're like, oh, we are so stuck right now. We don't know what's going on. Wait, let's just do this and find out what. And then once you acknowledge it, it moved.
Absolutely. And we actually ended, I think we chatted for about an hour or two. I can't even remember, Joe, but we were both so stuck and just so in a space of like feeling in a whirlwind almost. And by the end of our session together, we were like in a completely different space, ready to like, oh, we were focused and so what Joe is saying is really just acknowledge every feeling you have. It's okay to feel anger, because sometimes we brush it under the carpet and we don't want to acknowledge it. And as Joe was saying, the denial, and I lived most of my life in denial. My life was perfect. I was there to help everybody else. I had never been through a trauma, nothing. But when I started to go within, because certain things in my life weren't going right, I had to go within. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I actually have had trauma. Oh my gosh. So when we open up the layers and we dig deeper, then we can actually allow our essence to come out, because otherwise what we're doing is we're just putting plaster. And when we put a plaster on it, it just covers, it just covers the wound. We're not getting to the core of it. And so just be mindful of how you're feeling, and it's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel sadness. It's okay. And allow it, acknowledge it. The more you acknowledge whatever you're feeling, the more you let it go. What you resist will persist. And that is a truth. If you are fighting the force never, you're not going to get anywhere. Surrendering, acknowledging, allowing, and just being with it allows it to pass. And that is our journey in this life, because none of us have to suffer. It's a choice we make. And sometimes suffering serves us, because sometimes suffering and being in that pain is our comfort zone. It keeps us, it's our security blanket. It's, what do I do if I don't have this pain? So specifically, if we've lost a loved one, we hang on to that pain sometimes because it keeps us close to them. And hanging on to the pain of possibly leaving Rhodesia keeps us connected to Rhodesia. But it doesn't have to be like that.
Sorry.
The love and the gratitude and the wonderful gift that Rhodesia gave us is what we can connect to. We don't have to connect to the pain. So you see where I'm going.
Yes, no, I follow. Because I agree. I mean, if you going to just slap a plaster over a wound, it's going to fester and go bad underneath. So it is very important that you actually feel your feelings. I mean, it's all because of conditioning that we do what we do, in the sense that, oh, well, this is my bed, I must lie in it kind of attitude. And no, you do have a choice, and this is what's happening around the world. Everybody is choosing not to go the normal route, and this is why everything is in such an upheaval on our planet. I mean, they're a core group of people who are actually working towards bringing awareness and getting people to wake up and making a difference, because that is the bottom line, is making a difference in people's lives, that they don't have to accept the norm. They can have their own feelings. They can choose a different path. And this is what's so brilliant about you, Linda and Joe, is that you're actually bringing this awareness to people in South Africa. I mean, you don't have to be in South Africa to come on the course. I mean, you can be anywhere so long as you have signal. That is why it's brilliant that you're actually doing it virtually instead of, look, one-on-one would be brilliant. It's that, I'm a touchy-feely type of person, but I understand we can't do that now. And this is another way that you can actually change people's lives. And that's why I celebrate you and I celebrate Joe, because you guys are making a difference. You are.
Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. And you are too.
Yeah.
In my little way.
We're all doing it in our little ways. You know what? Yeah. And that's what's important. Just if we can just, if we just speak to one person, just by chance, and you happen to be able to help them just see something differently in their lives, or facilitate. We can't change people. It has to come from within. But if you meet somebody and they are open to allowing you to share, because that's all we're doing is sharing. We can't change anybody. It all has to come from within. The desire, the motivation, the action. And so just touching one person. So I'm doing this, I'm doing my 7 miracles. So every day I do a different miracle. And I start the week with love, and I set my intentions for the week. And then I do Monday's intention, and then every day is a different miracle, gratitude, integrity to my word, all. And part of my day is doing a random act of kindness. So the other day I was in a supermarket store, and I thought, you know what? I looked at the teller, and she was looking a bit down, and I just felt, I'm going to buy her chocolate. So I put chocolate in my cart, and I went through, and I said, this just for you. She said, no, I can't take it. We're not allowed to. You have to go and speak to the manager. So I went to the manager, and I said, look, I just felt I wanted to buy this chocolate for your teller. She said, no, we're not allowed to. But I am, because you've come to me and applauded her service and that, I will give her a voucher. I said, oh, fantastic, lovely. So I went back to the teller. I said, she's going to give you a voucher. She said, oh, okay, thank you so much. And she was very grateful. But I bought this chocolate. So I went out to my car, and there was a car guard, and I gave the chocolate to the car guard. So incidentally or randomly, I was able to spark a little, it didn't change their lives drastically, but I gave a little bit. It made me feel better than probably what they felt. And so the gift was to me. The gift was for me. In giving, the gift was for me. It made my soul smile, and it made me happy.
Again, I mean, this is why I say to you, I relate to everything that you're saying here. And yes, you did make a difference in their lives, the teller and the car guard, by doing what you did.
However small it was.
However small,
And it gave me, I think I actually it made more of a difference in my life because I felt, oh wow, it was so nice to give. And in giving, we receive. And it's so nice to give. And it doesn't have to be big. It can be a bunch of spinach from your garden, Lynn, your vegetable garden that you have, and you go and give it to a homeless person on the street, or you give it to your next door neighbor who maybe needs to eat more veggies. and so it can be just simple little things. It can be inviting your neighbor who's on her own to go for a walk with you. It's, that's how simple it can be. And it's those simple acts of kindness that actually creates a ripple effect in the world. And that's how simple it can be.
And Linda, see what happened with your little small, act of random kindness with your oils that you gifted me.
Yes.
And here we are.
I know. So Joe's been using the oils, and it's, Joe, you speak, because I can't speak for you, because it's been her experience, but it gives me goosebumps when I hear it. So
it really is amazing. And sometimes, like especially the one that I put on my throat, which I must do again. I haven't been home for days. With all these events and stuff. But it triggers something in you, and it does even take you on a, not just physically, but on an emotional journey. And sometimes you'll trigger other people without knowing it because they smell it. Yes. And not instinctively. Either it can be a good one, smell for them, or not such a good one. But it actually helps other people on a journey too. And it's just amazing. Like also my shoulders, being a violinist especially, and that what she gave me, well, my body picked it, and it's just amazing. And I've put some stuff in my little vapor thing, and that has helped me a lot, but also emotionally, and the one for stress, because I'm always so highly strung and work every day. It's really helped me, and to sleep, because I struggle with that, And I didn't think of it this morning. I woke up at 2 and I was like, I barely slept 3-4 hours. Please, I just need one night of sleep, like in 2 weeks, maybe running around. And there's so much overwhelming stuff that's been happening.
Yeah.
And I'm so stupid. I didn't think about it. It's right next to my bed. And I couldn't sleep till about 5, started dipping and then up again. And then it's like, so yeah, that's what I look like. I
Joe, you look
around,
beautiful.
and I,
Joe,
You look beautiful, girl.
you look beautiful.
Thank you. But it really triggers some amazing emotions, and it actually heals the emotions too, not just your body.
Mm.
Can't say heals it. You know what I'm saying?
It works on a cellular level.
Yeah.
So the oils, because they are so pure, so Joe and I use the doTERRA essential oils, and the purity of these oils is unlike any other oils, and it works on such a deep cellular oil. And I know that Joe using these, I know it's inspired creativity in her, and in fact she's going to be writing her next song on based on one of the oils.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So, and it's just, they work on such a cellular level because oils can get through our lipid membrane. If you look at a cell, it's got a lipid membrane, and the oils can actually penetrate these membranes. So they get into the heart of our cells. And you know that our cells are basically store all our memories and all our subconscious patterns and that. So they're working on a cellular level to assist us. And because they're natural and pure, they're helping us from the inside out. So even if we're putting them on our body, they're being absorbed into, on our skin at least, it's being absorbed into our skin into a deep cellular level. So anything natural we do, you just, like even eating your vegetables from your vegetable garden that you've planted, and you've actually planted those seeds with love. What you produce, your spinach or your carrots or whatever, you're going to consume that. You're putting love into your body. So the oils are the same. You're putting love. And the more love we put into our bodies, the more we nurture ourselves, the more love we are going to be able to share with other people. And so that's how we're going to change collective consciousness, and how we're going to change the vibration on our planet. It's with love. Hate, blockages.
I agree, Linda.
It's nowhere. So that, if you look at a river that's flowing, it's inspiring. It gives you a sense of well-being. When you see a pond or a dam that's polluted and green and gungy,
it's stagnant. Yeah,
it's stagnant. It's not going to make you feel good, is it?
No.
So it's connecting with love. It's acknowledging the stagnant. It's acknowledging, not to brush it under the carpet. It's to acknowledge everything. It's because our world is good and bad. We have shadow, we have light. So it's to acknowledge everything. We don't have to get stuck in the shadow, because it's the light and the dark isn't important. The night is as beautiful as the day. So our dark patches that we've been through are actually gifts, and I know it sounds strange to say beautiful, but they are beautiful because they're part of us. So everything that's part of us, the good, the bad, everything makes us whole. And the more we integrate the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the more we can actually step into our greatness and lead a life of purpose. And so this is what Joe and I are passionate about. We're passionate about this.
I'm also very passionate about it, and I do know that there is one person on the stream. I'm just going to show you her messages, so you can see. There's Erica. She's a very special person in my life. She's been there for me, and I mean, she basically has the same core beliefs that you and Joe have.
Beautiful.
And she's precious to me, very precious.
Sorry to interrupt. Music switches off the noise and starts the healing process. Wonderful, Erica, because the second song of this 7 series that I'm writing I actually recorded at a venue. It was just a moment, and there was not much music on, and I recorded all these children laughing, some other people talking. You know, it was quite buzzy, and I'm using that in my track to. It's the happiness, the but also the way we talk to ourselves, other people's voices that are in our heads, to switch it calm, switch it off, and you know. So that's what
Okay.
my second track is going to be about. I'm not
Oh
going to say
wow.
what the name is going to be.
No, don't give it away. But I
No.
agree with both
Oh,
your and Erica's point of view. As
thank
I've
you.
said to you guys previously this week, and I'm going to swear now, so just brace yourselves, everybody. You know this noise that we have in our head. I call it the mind fuck because it fucks up everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
To stop you from doing what needs doing.
Mm.
Perfect example. My dad drummed into me the fact that if you're traveling anywhere, you check the oil, water, and tire pressure of your car. I don't have a vehicle at the moment, as you're all aware, but it's like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. You know what my dad did? Well, I had a VW Beetle to start with, okay. And my uncle had a very, very sick sense of humor. He says, "Now don't forget to put water in the vehicle. Check the water." So me being very naive and very green, I mean, I must have been about 19 years old. I go to the garage and I put petrol in and I get them to check the oil and everything. And I said, "No, please make sure the water's okay." And this poor petrol pump attendant like looked at me and looked at me. And I said, "No, what's the problem?" So he goes and gets the manager. The manager comes to me and he says, um, "I just wanted to let you know that VW Beetles do not require water." I said, "But my uncle said." I was so mortified. I then went to visit him and I smacked him on the shoulder. "Don't do that to me. I believed everything you told me."
Yeah, the conditioning, hey, the
Yes,
conditioning of,
conditioning.
we can do
But
things
anyway,
differently. Yeah, that's so funny,
yeah,
Lynn. Yeah.
yeah. But
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 that's
again,
beautiful, Erica.
and yeah, we as I said to you earlier, all I want to do sometimes is just switch off the caring button because I can't do anything but care. And I've been conditioned into feeling that caring is wrong. It's taken me a lifetime to actually realize that I don't need to switch that button off. And it's okay to be me. And
Absolutely.
that's what everybody needs to know and learn. And that's why I'm saying, you're shining a light, Linda. You're shining a light, Joe. And with all your life experience, there are tools that you have to hand now that you can actually help other people have to make them being kinder to themselves. I don't know whether you agree with the sentiment, but
Yes.
everybody's not really liking Ellen DeGeneres at the moment. But at the end of every show, she said, "Be kind to one another," and that stuck with me. Um,
Yes.
and it doesn't hurt anybody to be kind. It doesn't hurt to say a good word.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't hurt to show a gesture of thank you so much for your service. Thank you
Mm.
for being here. It doesn't take too much, but as I was saying, we've been so conditioned now, specifically with COVID and lockdown
Mm.
levels and all of that. We've been conditioned to distance ourselves, condition ourselves to critically reprimand somebody who is
Mm.
standing too close. And it's sad. I think it's very sad. But what's brilliant is that you are bringing awareness to all of this, that it's okay to be who you are. Um, you don't have to be what everybody else wants you to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Lynn.
And Laura Fry's just joined the chat. Hi, Laura. Thank you for coming in. I'm just sharing her message on the chat. And yeah, we actually both, Laura and I, are very like-minded.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we've both been grappling with the fact of what's going on in the world around us, and we can't understand why, how, who, and what. But at the end of the day, if we can change one person's mindset at a time, so much the better.
So we just want to take people on that journey. And the thing is, it's all fair and well. We can be kind to other people. A lot of us are like that. But especially me, I haven't been very kind to myself. We forget about that.
Yeah, but this is the whole thing. The saying, we our own worst enemy.
Yes.
Because we've been conditioned into, well, you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that, and
Yes.
it's from parents, teachers, peers, and that is why we get into the bad habits that we have, is because we've been conditioned to think that what we are doing is wrong, and that's not actually the case.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm just going to share this with you so you can see what Gonzalez has to say.
Yeah. But if you avoid anger because you don't like it, it will always manifest in an
That's why we
explosive
sang
manner.
Gonzalez. Yeah, that's why we sang Gonzalez. You need to acknowledge the fact that you are angry. You need to acknowledge the fact that you, excuse my language, you don't want to move somebody, but you've got to acknowledge it.
Like old plates.
Yeah.
You've got to acknowledge it and allow it to be. It's not, oh, I'm angry, and then move on. It's like, I'm angry, okay? That's okay. All right. And if you need to be angry for half an hour, that's okay. And if you need to be angry for an hour, that's okay too. But you're aware of it. You're aware, you're mindful of how you're feeling. And that by itself dissipates it. Because I've done that with myself. Found in myself in a situation where I feel so angry. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I actually am angry. Where do I feel this in my body? Right. Let me breathe into it. And that in itself dissipates it to whatever degree, but it will dissipate it.
I just got
because I'm going to
really hard on I take it out on my piano.
Yeah, well, we take it out on ourselves, and we beat ourselves up. Laura's actually just had a stream recently about self-destructive behavior, how we actually I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. How we actually are, but how we self-sabotage.
Yes.
And again, it's from conditioning that we've been taught from,
yeah, indeed,
being a 2-year-old, 1-year-old. It's conditioning, and that's why it's so important that we actually break the cycle and allow ourselves to be who we really are. Yes, if you're angry, you're angry. Acknowledge it, accept it, and appreciate it, and let it go. The more you hold on to it, the more you get stuck in it, the worse it's going to get, and it's not going to do you any good whatsoever.
And it's a journey, and it takes practice to.
Yes, I'm still learning.
I think we all are. We'll all be learning for the rest of our lives. It's an ongoing journey, and there are layers. We've got layers. It's like peeling the onion, and you just keep peeling the layers, and you keep and the more you do that, the more you discover more of yourself, and the more you become, you expand, you become expansive, and you allow your being and your love and your gratitude to expand. And when you do that, that's when you can truly have that unconditional self-love, and it's unconditional self-love. It's not being selfish. That's a different thing. We're talking about just having that absolute appreciation of yourself, feeling okay in your own skin, and just feeling that you are on purpose. I'm in this life on purpose. And when you feel that, nothing else matters. Yeah. And it doesn't matter what's going on in the world and what's going on around
us. Immediately. Words always trigger songs for me. Nothing else matters.
Yes, nothing else matters. Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just sharing comments with you guys so you can see what's happening on the chat. I
beautiful.
think we're all basically like-minded.
Absolutely.
It's just putting it all into practice, you know.
Where's the
Absolutely.
song?
And what's so brilliant, and this is something that I'm going to address. One thing that YouTube has allowed me to do is make new friends, and such lovely, lovely, supportive people around me. I really, really don't know how I would have survived COVID if I didn't have such wonderful people around me. I'm very blessed,
Yes.
very, very blessed.
Same.
Yes.
And yeah, you know, it's just a shout out to everybody that's on, who's watched the stream. Is thank you so much for all your love and support. You've kept me sane when I've had moments
Beautiful.
like, you know, but it's lovely that there is that support, and you know, a lot of us have felt very isolated and very alone during this period, and this is where YouTube has been so brilliant. I mean, Chris White, I mean, he has been a profound influence in my life. And, you know, I'm just so grateful. I mean, I'm grateful to Ronaldo because he was the first one I watched. And then he shared Chris. And, you know, it's like a snowball effect, you know, where you go onto other streams and you get to hear other people's points of view and not necessarily stuck in your point of view. Um,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that's why I say I'm just so blessed that I was able to listen to all these special people, and you know, Chris. I talk about Chris all the time, and he's got such a strength of character, you know, and I I can't see the bigger picture. Maybe you can, Linda, but you know, yes, it's a gift for him having his YouTube channel. Or what's the word? Not switched off. Help me here. Uh, Banned or whatever. It's a gift, yes, but I can't see the bigger picture right now. Maybe it's because I'm too close. But he does. I mean, he brings the truth to people that need to hear it. And I don't understand why what's happened has happened to him. Um, Again, because he's telling the truth. And maybe people feel threatened by the truth. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
he's
And
Take
that's
back
for a
and
on,
while.
that's
you
Chris's journey,
know,
you know.
um,
Yeah,
We can't
exactly.
really comment. That's his journey. But you know, things are happening all the time.
mm,
Some of them we see as positive, some of them we see as negative, and that's okay too. You know, that's okay. Everything happens for a
mm,
reason, you know, and you know, we just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, moving forward, doing what we can each day. Because yesterday, what is yesterday? Can you touch yesterday? Can you physically touch yesterday?
no,
Anything from
no,
yesterday? No. And you can't do that with tomorrow.
mm,
But what we have is right now. All
right
I know
now.
is right now I'm connecting with Lynn, Joe, and whoever else is on the stream. That's all that is. I might hop off the stream and a meteor comes and lands on me and I'm extinct like the dinosaurs or whatever. I don't know, you know, who knows? But all we know is that we have this moment. And
Mm,
what I do and how I behave and how I feel and how I act in this moment is all I can control.
yeah,
And the more we sink into that, the more precious each moment becomes.
yes,
Yeah.
And that's a journey, because in our lifestyle we're so rushed and everything's happening. So we forget to stop and feel each moment, because it's just the way our life is. But the more we do it, we might not necessarily be able to do it every second of the day, but the more we sink into that and do it, the more we are going to actually be able to experience life and actually step into our greatness. And on that
Thank you,
note,
Linda.
Lynn, I have to
I
hop
know.
off.
I was actually
Yeah.
about to say to you, we've gone over your time.
But it
Yeah.
is lovely.
But it was lovely. Thank you so much,
And
Linda, for your time and your.
thank you.
It's just
Thank you,
so
Lynn. Thank you, Joe.
so blessed to actually have you. And yeah, all the best. Obviously, I'm going to be marketing your course.
Thank
But
you.
yes, if people are interested, I will obviously forward them on to you. Because they're going to reach out, I think, to my email, my Rhodesian email, and then I will
Yes.
forward it on to you. But
Beautiful.
again, ladies, thank you. Joe, thank you so much. Again, you're awesome. You have brought so much into my life in the last week. It's been absolutely amazing. And I just want to say, bless you, Linda. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you,
It's
Lynn.
been,
Thank you, Joe.
I just quickly want to say thank you, Lynn, as well, for having us today. Thank you, Linda, for who you always are, and for carrying, both of you carried me last week, because I didn't. It was just chaos. I was like a chicken without a head.
I do just quickly want to say something to you both before you go, Linda. Everybody's saying we're still trying to wake up. So maybe we can have another stream. Maybe we can have another stream later on. Because everybody's like,
I'm not a morning person. I don't usually only went to bed 4:35. Up in 3-4 hours, I had to graft again. Same
yes,
story every night. And in general, I'm not a
yes.
morning person at all.
It's just
Well,
everybody's
well done, Joe.
used
You
to.
did it. You did it today. We all did it, girls. Well done.
But I just also want to say thanks to everybody being here. Showing up for yourself is really what it's about. And the more I do that, the better it becomes. And sometimes people have to drag me, like literally, and they just kick me from the behind and go, "Get yourself there right now." And
I did
just
tell you I've got a size 8 foot, so
yeah.
there is that
So,
incentive to not.
well,
Yes.
I'm scared of that, but you know what? That's why we need each other, and we're gonna walk this road just quickly before we both go. We'll set up a WhatsApp group where we can check in with each other and mastermind, because it's difficult doing it on your own. I know. I do it one day and I do my cards and this and that, my gratitude and all that stuff. And then you kind of forget as well. Or you think, oh, that won't make a difference. And you know what? If you mastermind and you help each other to be held accountable for each other, magic happens.
Absolutely.
Even if you get it
It
right
does.
for 2 days or one day, and then we're there to help each other pick each other up. It's a continuous journey, still. So just bitch up for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
ladies,
you.
thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you
so
so much.
grateful. I know you have very busy days ahead of you, so I don't want to keep you. That's why we did it so early. I mean,
Yeah.
can you
Thank you.
believe it's 10 to 11
I know.
already? I
I
mean, it's
have to
like,
go. I have to exit now.
okay.
Sorry,
No,
guys. I've
that's
got
fine.
You got busy with your
people
list. Bye,
waiting.
Linda.
Lots of love to you
Good
both
luck.
and to
Yes.
everybody out there.
Okay,
Thank you
bye,
so
Lynn.
much.
Okay, bye. So, Joe?
Thanks to everybody, and yeah, I'm gonna try and have some breakfast before my next call. Well, I had breakfast at 2 in the morning.
Wow.
I don't know if that was
Okay,
dinner or
so
breakfast.
okay, so
um,
maybe what we can do if we have you back on again, I'd love to have you guys back. We do it later, so we don't we don't
Linda
have a
really has
problem
a
like.
busy weekend with functions and stuff. I was cringing at it because tomorrow morning we're running that workshop like a rehearsal to just get the flow right. And then Tuesday morning, my photographer is picking me up to do the first video shoot. I'm not complaining. Beautiful dress that Liesel Nokia Boutique Couture is sponsoring one of them for the music video. So we're going to quickly do the first scene. Well, one of the scenes, not the first one. While the the trees are a bit green still. But I mean, these early mornings, and I struggle to fall asleep. So it's like I fall asleep sometimes 3, 4 in the morning because we in that thing at night, most of the time. So
Well, I don't know. I think
time.
it might be something in the water because I struggled to go to sleep last night as well, and then I woke
No,
up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
no,
and I
this is
struggled
usual
to
for me. It's usual. We've got odd schedules and you gig, and then you only get home usually. Now it's like 12, but usually it can be 2, 3 in the morning. So, I mean, I'm used to that kind of lifestyle.
Yes.
And sometimes you do only sleep 2 hours and have to get up. But yeah, so I'm just like, okay, just set alarm clocks like every half an hour for like 3 hours. So we get up. And then the last bit that I'm getting ready so I don't faff around or get lost somewhere doing something. It's just so I can keep my time so that I'm always on time because I always like to be on time. So yeah,
Well,
that's a
you
struggle
know,
for a lot of us.
I think a lot of us do struggle with it. I mean, you must see the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, Hendo saying it's a bit too early, too little sleep. I mean,
Yeah.
they're agreeing with what you're saying. They're like, it's. You see, because what actually happens is everybody streams it in the evening and late
Yeah.
at night. So it's very unusual to have a stream so early in the
Yep.
morning.
Yep. And yesterday, like I was saying, John and I mean, I've been grafting the whole week, and I think with this, sorry, it's always
It's
that one,
okay.
especially when you want to record. Friday evening was the first time I was home in a week, and I literally
Wow.
just plunked all my stuff, and it's a mess. I'm still trying to sort it out. And Saturday, yesterday, it was just like, but we still had stuff to do. And we're like, okay, when we sit in the sun, we're like, no, we're going to get really
I'm
lazy
gonna
now.
I'm gonna
Let's pick up next one.
I'm just gonna say something. Have you watched? It's one of my favorite all-time movies. Okay, it's called Beautiful People. You know where they eat the amarula. And the baboons. You know what I'm talking about? And the baboons sitting there going.
Oh, that. Yes, yes, I remember that one.
I
That's
love
kind
that
of one of
movie.
those. I
I
love,
mean,
I love.
it's true to form. Hey, it's just like a human being with a hangover. It's very funny.
But that was obviously part of it too this week. I mean, it was so highly vibrational. It was the awards, and you're just trying to, and then the celebration and this and that, and it's all that excitement and the energy. I mean, Sunday, I didn't know last Friday I was going to play with a DJ. That and trying to get it better every time because you never know what he's going to play. Sunday with Rob Marks. Monday, the musicians got together. We all played, and it was so busy. But you've got to be on point all the time. And then getting the stuff ready. I only got my dress on Wednesday morning. I mean, the nerves. It's like, and then I've got to pack the stuff, this, that. Hope you don't forget anything. Back to the guest house. This, that. And then I missed myself, my own award.
Oh
But
dear.
they got me there. They got me there.
Can you actually get your award? Because I'd love everybody to
Yeah.
see it.
Oh,
It's okay
yeah.
with you.
Let me get it. Wow.
Yes, Endo, Drunk Wildlife. You need to find the movie. It's called Beautiful People, and it's the elephants, the giraffes, the baboons, all eating amarula. So it's very
Drunk
funny. You
wildlife.
guys
Oh, so
have to
cool.
find it.
Well, talking
I'll
about
put it
drunk
in.
wildlife. Yeah, please do.
I'm going to put it in the link.
We actually I couldn't get the YouTube stuff going. I mean, we were rushing around. My phone, I left at the one video for Thirsty Fox because people wanted my attention all the time. And I was greeting them. I just put my phone down and I forgot it there. I knew exactly where it was, but we didn't have time to get it. So we had a drunken discussion on Tuesday, the three of us. But yeah, very funny.
Look at that, guys. Isn't that awesome?
Very
I'm
cool.
going to clap for everybody. Well
I didn't
done,
realize
Joe.
that the dial was actually, it's on here when we got to the guest house.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
even notice. I was like,
But
it's very
and it's your
overwhelming.
favorite color. As I said to you, it's your
Yep.
favorite color. It's red.
Yeah, yeah. But there's
There
so
we
much going
go.
on, and all the people and people greeting you and all the other artists. It was really lovely because we normally quickly see each other here and there, a gig passing by, whatever. And now we could actually talk. I mean, when you play together and all that stuff, when you perform together, you don't really get to mix. And this was really a beautiful event that they put together. Of
Well,
course, I
that's
had to say to
lovely.
Will, you want
But
to see my house? It's really funny.
it's lovely that the industry actually celebrates its own people. Don't you agree, guys? Isn't it
Yeah,
isn't it awesome that
this was
that
part of
the
my,
industry actually
yeah,
celebrates you guys? Um, it's like, I suppose it's like the Oscars and the
yeah.
Emmy
It's
Awards and
different.
stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I'm glad South Africa is stepping up and doing what needs doing to actually acknowledge you guys, because you were the most affected. I'm talking about comedians, musicians,
yeah.
singers. You
We all
guys
stood
were
out.
seriously affected with the lockdown, the COVID lockdown.
Yeah,
Um, and yeah, we've learned, we've actually stopped, looked, adjusted, and moved to be able to actually have you guys do a live concert online. Um,
yeah.
and it's something to think about, Joe. Maybe we can
But the
do
problem is,
something like that for you.
that I need equipment, which I don't have anymore. I had to sell it a few years ago. So I
Mm,
need equipment. I need this, that. It's just, it makes it quite difficult for me as a specialized instrument player.
mm,
And a lot of singers don't even have that and the
mm,
setup for it. Not all of them have equipment. I can do it in
mm.
a studio, but then it's going to cost me
Lots of money.
quite an X amount and all of that stuff. So for some of us, it's a bit more challenging.
Mm,
If you just have a guitar and you sing, it's okay, and
mm.
a little kick drum.
Well, I'm sure you
But
can
the
play a
kind of a
guitar
bit
in your
more,
sleep. I'm sure you can play a guitar in your sleep. I mean, if you
I
can play a
haven't,
violin, surely.
I haven't
I
played
mean,
for a while. I
no,
did. I
but
used to
it's
play.
just part of your skill set, that it's something that you are able to do if you have to do that. Lozola says, please, I must tell you to please check out Sakura Cherry Blossom song suggestion for the day. Don't know whether you want to write
I'll
that
quickly
down.
do that. I'm going to quickly put it in my search box.
Okay, cool.
Um, but yeah, so it does make it difficult to. Let me just put it Sakura. Oh, my keyboard is here. And this thing is like a typewriter, but I'm very grateful for it.
Do
I was
you
going
know
like
what?
this, and I'm a pianist. I want to go fast, but it's like then that song doesn't. I'm like,
But you know
anyway,
what happens to me? I've got to tell you this. I have two mouses next to each other, and I always choose the
yeah.
wrong one. I'm like, why isn't this working? So I have moments too like that. So don't feel alone. Uh,
But
and
anyway,
then
so I'm gonna do the 7 tracks, the singles, which will
yes,
become an EP, but I will release them. The first one is out. I will release them as singles, and then I
okay.
need to start working on the second album, and I'm gonna have a few guest artists that's asked me to do some stuff if they can do stuff with me, which I'll
Mm,
have a look. I've already got one that I actually asked. He sings like amazing. I want to do a Queen song with him, and yeah, so there's a lot coming up. Obviously, it takes
okay. Well,
time and money.
you obviously you'll keep me posted.
Oh yeah,
Um,
sure.
I want to do something similar like Chris is doing for Giselle, for you. So, like we chatted about earlier before we came on the stream. When you have a moment, I know you're a very busy lady, but
Have it
if I can promote you, I will do that with the greatest of pleasure.
Thank you so much, Lynn. You're really super star because I don't get to everything. I still need to get to my social media stuff. Friend of mine,
Mm.
Adriel, he's been carrying me with my PC. He's been helping me now with the artist pages because I can't get to everything. I still need
No,
to go and
and
type all the sponsorships and do all that stuff. I just haven't touched the ground at all.
yeah,
So
but
by the
that's why
time
I'm
I get
saying to
these,
you,
things will happen.
if you do have key people in your life that do excel
Yeah.
in these different areas, it won't hurt to say, hey guys, can you help me?
Something
Um,
I had to learn
and then
about.
obviously down the line when you're making money and you're getting royalties and you're getting all of that, you can gift them with something. But
yeah.
I understand what it's like coming, like being where you are right now. And that's why I'm saying I am very available to promote you and all of that, not necessarily just on YouTube, but also on Facebook. I mean, as I said to you, I mean, I sent the, the video, not the new one, the one that I put together. I sent that out on Facebook to all the Rhodesian Facebook pages, and it had 70 views. So
Oh,
look,
wonderful.
as you guys have said about the course, okay, on average I've had 5 people on the chat throughout the whole stream. But I do know that there'll be a lot of people coming and viewing this
It's the
after the
early
fact.
Sunday mornings. I don't blame them. Every
Yeah,
morning
well,
is doing
it was a bit of a shock to everybody's system.
to mine too, but that's okay. We're doing
Yeah,
it
because
anyway, and people will watch it afterwards, and everybody's welcome. And we're just gonna take it, we just have faith, and we're just gonna the
yes,
ball is rolling, so we good.
because
So
sorry, I'm just going to do some housekeeping
yeah,
here. It's just to say thank you to
yeah,
specific
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Hendo has been an
yeah.
absolute star, and so has Erica. I mean, they've both been promoting the stream, and
That's
I'm just so
wonderful.
grateful to them both for what they've done for me. It's a thankless job, hey. You just do it. I mean, like with me with Facebook, I don't even have to think. Sharing 30 times takes me 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So you've just got to know the platform that you're working on. And if I can help, Joe, please
I
let
will
me help
definitely
you.
thanks everybody that's been promoting, sharing, and still will. And we just, and it is, Cindy, you're right, it's teamwork. And I always wanted to do stuff on my own
Mm.
because I'm stubborn.
Yeah, no, you're a control
And
freak.
then
I
I
know
just thought,
exactly how
realized,
you feel. You're a control freak. You've got to keep everything. Uh, but
it's not just
the
that
more you,
I don't want what was the word now that I had in my head? It's not just control freak. It's I don't want to be dependent on other people.
mm.
But I was
But
so
again,
wrong.
sometimes, Joe, and this week has been a perfect example for you.
Mm,
Sometimes you have to let people help you
yeah,
because you
it's not
cannot do
always.
everything on your own like this
Yeah,
last week. I was just messaging Linda and saying, what is Joe's favorite animal? What is her favorite butterfly? Does she like rainbows? Does she? The only thing she told me is she liked red. So, for the
and
next
circle
stream, I would
and
like something more personal, please.
oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. That I mean, it was just absolutely crazy, and it was so wonderful. On oh, and just by the way, it's not always being dependent. And that's where I was wrong. It is
Mm.
teamwork, like Henry says, and
As Hendo
yesterday
says, if you
on
look at the
Wednesday,
if you look at the comment by Hendo,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
all working together to making a difference
It's that,
and
yeah.
making a difference in your life.
Mm,
It takes the pressure off you
yeah,
having to do all these things on your own. That's the idea behind it all.
because it makes,
Um,
yeah. And like Wednesday, it's really funny. So at the guest house, because they booked the guest house a bit further away from me, because it was more in point for the next couple of days, wherever they wanted to still go. And literally, the guest house lady, there was no, I forgot my one plug. She took me quickly up there, helped me with my hair. She got me the bling because I couldn't find my bling here so quickly. This, that, she just, they're putting, I've got these leather things that I put around in this
mm,
leather strip thing. I looked really weird. Okay, but I like that.
mhm.
While they're doing that, John is like, I'm like, I've got to cream my legs. And he's like creaming my legs. They're putting that on. I'm just like trying to still, that one is tying that up. But
That, 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 that
they
is
were
the
going on
best.
and outside for everything. It was hilarious. It was really hilarious.
Yeah, but at
So,
least I'm so grateful though that I got to actually to say thank you to Jean for looking after you so brilliantly because
so
I mean, I can just. I mean, I don't think I could handle being a celebrity. All that attention would drive me crazy. I'm sure
Mm.
that's how you're feeling at the moment. But to actually have people around you that are just so sweet and so supportive. I mean, even creams your legs. I mean, you're so lucky.
But his father is also just amazing.
Yeah.
And we've walked a very long journey. You can go look on my Facebook. There's the drunken chats on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, what I'll
Where we
do
just
is
chat
I
about our
will.
journeys and how we know each other and just a little bit touch on our journeys together. And
Mm,
he's got MS, his father. So
shame.
I mean, I've known him for 20 odd years.
Yes.
Um, and it's just amazing how things got together like this. And
But
yeah,
that's why I say
so
synchronicity is an awesome thing. Hey, the right
that's a
things
beautiful word. Yeah,
fall into place. I mean,
yeah,
it's like a domino effect.
yeah,
How everything just you know
yeah,
is falling into place for you. And
yeah.
I'm just so glad that I'm here to share it with you. So
Oh,
thank
and
you.
thank you for sharing with me. And that's how I feel about everybody around me. And there's people that come up to me and like they know who I am. I don't know who they are, but I've met them back as lovely and friendly as they do with such enthusiasm because they know me apparently, but I don't know who they are. And sometimes I recognize the face, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
Not
But
anyway.
that's the joy of being a celebrity.
I don't think I'm a celebrity. But listen, I
No,
have
but
to
not
go.
okay.
Sorry, I really
Not a
have to
problem.
go.
No,
Quickly got to
that's
get
fine.
something in. I've got another call coming up.
Yes, no, that's fine. Please go ahead and
So
have some breakfast. I
thank
mean, it's
you.
now lunchtime. So please go ahead and do what you have to do. And thank you so, so much for
Thank
letting
you.
me have you on my stream. I'm just so grateful.
We'll do it again.
And please know that I celebrate your success. I
Thank
celebrate it.
you. And thanks to everybody. We're going to
Yeah.
do this all together.
Yes.
Please be the journey. Keep rolling on and
Okay,
just do
Joe.
it.
Thank you
Okay.
so, so much.
Cheers to
Take
everybody.
care. Okay, then.
Bye.
Bye. So, everybody, that was Linda and Joe. I'm not too sure exactly how you're all feeling. Um, having read some of the comments, thank you guys for being here. I'm just so, so grateful that you're here. I'm sorry if I didn't greet any of you. I was just focusing or being a host. Yes. My guests. As you all know, I've never done this before. So this was my first live stream with Linda and Joe. And yeah, please, guys, give me some feedback before we close up. Be nice to hear what you guys think, whether it resonated with you. But yeah, I haven't got anybody else lined up at the moment. I'm still waiting to hear back from John Edmund. He's a biggie for me. He really influenced me when I was growing up, because basically that's all we listened to. Guys, if you haven't heard of John Edmund, please go to my channel and go and watch the videos that I've liked and saved on my channel, and go and listen to some of the songs that he sings. They're brilliant. Um, it's very difficult for him. He can't have any more people on his Facebook pages. I think he's got 3 now, but he can't accept any more friends because everybody wants to be a friend. But thank you, guys. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Hendo. Thank you, Los Olas. I did see Leanne very briefly. I hope you enjoyed it, Leanne. But guys, thank you so, so much. I'm very, very grateful to all of you. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I didn't have you here. And I'm glad to hear that I've got, that it was an awesome stream and that you have positive feedback. I'm very grateful. Um, Thank you, guys. Yeah. Isn't it funny how all of this brings out people's humbleness? Joe is so humble. And I mean, she's a very, very brilliant musician. So yeah, I will be marketing her. So So you'll most probably see it all on my Telegram group. Erica, have I made you? Have I made you? No, I haven't made anybody a. Have I? Have I made you a mod? Are you able to share my Telegram link on here, or do I have to make you mods? I made you a mod, Laura. Let me just go here because now I figured out how to do it. I've actually got to go. I made you a mod. Sorry, Laura. I'm just going to turn it down. So yeah, didn't I make you? No, it's only Laura. So Hendo and Erica, can I make you mods? So you can post my stuff here. Please just indicate. Cheers, Los Solos. Thank you so much. Dang it. I'm not waiting for replies, guys. I'm just going to make you mods. There we go. If you wouldn't mind just sharing my Telegram on here before we close up. But yeah, thank you guys for all your love and support. I'm very grateful. Thank you. I've made you a mod, Erica. I've actually made you a mod. I've just done it right now. I don't know why it's not working, but I did. I made you a mod. I figured it out. Now why is it? Yes, Erica, you're a mod, and so is Laura. If you wouldn't mind just reloading the live chat, and yeah, you guys are. Oh, okay, brilliant, Laura. Thank you so much. Yeah, please. Then I can just post it onto. So please explain to me, Laura, on where is the description? Is it the description that I put in about Linda and Joe? Is that where I put the Telegram link? Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, brilliant. Thank you, guys. So it's here. Please won't you just, if you aren't a part of my Telegram group, please join. I'd like to get that up if that's okay with all of you. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to go off now. But thank you so much, everybody, for all your love and support. I'm just so grateful for all of you. And please take care of yourselves and keep safe out there. And be kind to one another. Be kind to yourselves. That's one of the most important messages I think of today's street. Is you need to be kind to yourselves and not beat yourselves up. So all of you, please just put the stick down and just love and accept yourself for who you are. That's it. And go with the flow. As soon as you start resisting stuff, it expands and it gets worse. So be kind to yourselves, please. Okay, brilliant, Erica. Okay, so Laura has already shared my Telegram. Thank you, Laura. Oh, okay, cool. All right. No, so I know for my next stream. Thanks, Laura. But otherwise, guys, have a lovely Sunday. Just take it easy. Yes, I'm sorry. It was an early stream, but it was because the ladies had so many other things that they had to get done for the day. So yes, love to you all. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.